Yo. In a different shower today. I'm actually in my shower. Oh. Another fat guy shower rant here. We got my wife's friend is hanging out or spending the night. They're taking off to Oregon tomorrow. So I thought I'd let her use the guest bathroom, which I usually use. Anyways, we should probably get into it. I made a video yesterday. I'm kind of rushed through it, but in a nutshell, had a couple things going on the day before. Electricity was being threatened to shut off because we had supposedly our electric bill hadn't been paid in a few months. Our website wasn't taking online orders. Today, everything was working well, real smooth, but it was dead, man. Like, we had no fucking order. We had 9 orders. 9 orders all day. And like there was nothing going on. So my boss, of course, she's gonna call me when it's slow. What are you doing? But instead of that, instead of telling me that, the only thing she told me to do was, so I got one of our orders was a Priority Express mail, and they leave kind of early, like around 3. So usually around 2:30, I'll go and I'll take the mail or the Priority Express over to the post office, and then at the end of the day, like around 4:40, 4:30, I'll take any other orders. Well, I'll take the day's orders, shipments over to the post office and have them send it out. So she called me like immediately, I guess, after, or she had messaged me. She never does. Like, she never messages me all day. So I sent her a message, hey, I'm taking a Priority Express mail. And she sent me a message that I didn't get until I came back, but it was basically take the, well, I guess I should start it over. I sent her a message saying I'm taking the Priority Express mail to the post office. I go out there, and I turn the corner, and I usually have a cigarette, and I'll hang out for like just 3 minutes or so. Less than 5 minutes, doesn't take me long to have a cigarette. And then I'll head over to the post office. It's next door, so I just walk over there. But I look at my phone to Facebook, and sure enough, there's a missed call from my boss. I'm like, what the fuck do you want? So I take a look around. Is she watching me? No. Call her, hey, I saw I missed your call. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna have you take I was gonna tell you to take all of the mail, or all of the orders. That way you don't have to make 2 trips. I was like, okay. I go, but if we get any other orders, like, do you just want me to hold off until the next day for it? She's like, no, you can go ahead and wrap it. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I'll wrap it, but I'll pack it, but what about shipping it? Like, if the mailman doesn't come, which we're supposed to have a mail carrier come and pick up our orders every day, but they've been really, really bad at it. So, like, maybe 3 times a month they'll come. Sometimes in the same week. So, I basically don't really consider them, they're not reliable, put it that way. So I always assume that I'm gonna walk it over to the post office. And she tells me, well, if we do get any orders, have the postman take it. Okay, so when he doesn't come, because he's not, what do you want to do then? Oh, well, yeah, okay, then you can just say ship it out the next day. All right, I'll do that. And not that it mattered, we got no other fucking orders. We got the last order at like, I think it was 2 o'clock. Maybe even earlier. But yeah, it just goes to show that like, she tries to take the upper hand. I know she wanted me to do it because she, I don't know, wants me to be more available to do nothing. Actually, you know what, to be honest, what I thought she was gonna do, this is probably exactly what she was doing. I figured she was gonna send me home early and try to save a few dollars by cutting me a couple hours early. Which normally I'd be cool with, but right now I need every dollar I can get, so I'm not about that. I think she was hoping I would suggest it or ask it for it, offer it, because I've done that in the past. Hey, it's really slow. Do you want to just send me home? Because that was I only ever asked because she used to do that of her own goodwill and send me home with a full day's pay. Hey, it's really slow. Why don't you go ahead and take off? Oh, hey, thanks. All right. And I would get the full day's pay. But then somewhere around the summer, she stopped doing that. And she even stopped just offering to send me home early. She never has. Ever since she came back from her she went to Hawaii when it was all on fire. She was literally there in Lahaina for her 1-year vacation. I do feel bad for her. That sucks. Like, she goes to one vacation a year. She goes to Lahaina, Hawaii, there with her family for a week, and it's on fucking fire. I mean, perspective, right? Like, people lost their homes. People are still dealing with trying to get their shit built or insurance money or trying not to be forced bought out by banks. So, perspective. But she doesn't care. And I should have seen this in the beginning, but she's like, yeah, okay, I should feel bad, but I'm so pissed that like it happened on my vacation. I'm like, I get it. I would be too. But since then, she hasn't ever offered a day off, like, or a, hey, go home early type of thing. In fact, even during the holidays, actually the first time after that, because I think she went in like, I think it was August that she went to Hawaii, or whenever that fire was. So then, I think the only thing that happened after that for me was Halloween. I asked her, hey, do you mind if I take off a little early? I want to take my daughter trick-or-treating. It's her first Halloween. It'll be the first time she actually gets to go trick-or-treating. She had just turned 2. It was like 2.5 at the time. So, I honestly, at that time, I was thinking, hey, my boss is going to be cool. She's going to let me go home early. And then, with a full day's pay. Because she's done that in the past. And I haven't asked for anything like at all. Not a day off. No special requests for work, nothing. So I was like, yeah, this is my one request. Asking for something. And shit. What happens? She goes, oh, well, yeah. She's okay, yeah, that's fine. Just, make sure you come in however, 2 hours early. You can make it up later during the week. And I was like, what? To myself, I was like, what do you mean I can make it up to? You want me to have to make it? All right, fuck. I guess so. Here, this whole time I'm thinking I'm a salary employee. Now she's treating me like an hourly employee. So I'm gonna act like an hourly employee. I take 2 15-minute breaks, which technically, I guess, in California I'm allowed. And I take my, my regular lunch, but I have them spaced out every 2 hours. I clock in the morning, 2 hours work, take my first break, 15 minutes, full minutes. 2 hours later, clock out for lunch, and 2 hours after that, clock out for my last 15-minute break. And I only started doing that after Halloween, because she showed me what she thinks. I'm like, all right, you want to pay that shit? That's fine. So like even during the holidays, I'm like, okay, let's give it to her. Maybe she was just in a bad mood, whatever. Halloween goes by, or November goes by. It's Thanksgiving. I didn't ask. I don't remember Thanksgiving, to be honest. I don't know if I asked to leave early or not. I think she said, oh, it's really slow. Why don't you go home? And I was like, okay. Not knowing she was not going to pay me for the full time. And then, when I get my Christmas spending money, it's lower than it should be because she sent me home, or I got to leave an hour early. So yeah, it wasn't that different, but Christmas comes around. She tries to guilt trip me into saying, into wanting me to be there on the day after Christmas. I'm like, you send me home when it's slower than shit. You don't think it'll be slower than shit the day after Christmas? It's gonna be slow this whole fucking week till after New Year's. So I said, hey, it's really on Christmas, the day before Christmas Eve, that Friday before Christmas Eve. I think it was on a weekend this year, the last Christmas. Hey, it's really slow. And I already knew I figured she was gonna dock my pay. It was like 2:30. I was like, hey, it's really slow. Did you want to send me home, or do you want me to keep me on? And I always pose it like that. Let her choose. You want me to stay, or you want me to go? So she goes, yeah, it is really slow. Why don't you go ahead and get out of here. Merry Christmas. That was me telling her. She doesn't say shit. I think she said, oh yeah, Merry Christmas. Oh yeah, you have to be reminded it's Christmas. That was a Friday, and it was that coming weekend. Come on. Kind of how Grinchy do you have to be like, oh yeah, Merry Christmas? And then I think she did it that same thing that weekend, because the following Friday, because it was New Year's weekend, she sent me home early, but I didn't ask that time. She just told me to go home. When I get my check, it was all kinds of docked pay. I was like, so I haven't asked since. That's why today I was like, nope. I am not offering. You want to send me home? Go ahead and try. I will let you know that I will be quitting. But not really. I'm not giving her 2 weeks. Fuck that. I would just walk off. Specifically because I want her to scramble. Till next time.